This is the story of a $1 trillion campaign and how we turned money into a medium. Zimbabwe has been destroyed by the Mugabe regime. And if a journalist mentions any of this, they are beaten and driven into exile, which is exactly what happened to our client, a newspaper called the Zimbabwean.
They will get arrested and get bashed by the police.
But intimidating the Zimbabwean was not enough for the Mugabe regime. They declared the paper a luxury and put a tax on it in foreign currency that makes it unaffordable for the average, impoverished Zimbabwean. This is a dictatorship that stays in power by printing money and crushing freedom of speech. To get the paper into Zimbabwean hands, it needs to be subsidized, and our client can only do that by raising awareness and driving sales outside Zimbabwe. So we developed a unique solution. One of the most eloquent symbols of Zimbabwe's collapse is the Zim $1 trillion note, a symptom of their world record inflation. This banknote and the dizzying escalation of notes that preceded it cannot buy anything, not even a loaf of bread, and certainly not any advertising. But it can become the advertising. We took this useless currency, cheaper than paper, and printed our messages all over it. The money became the media. In rush hour traffic, millions and billions were given out, one note at a time, at Johannesburg's busiest intersections. We handed out money at shopping malls, universities and street corners. We even sent bundles of cash to captains of industry, politicians and media personalities.
$100 trillion. Look at this, my buddy, just tell us if this is real.
Wherever the Zimbabwean was sold, we put up posters made of real money. At every public place we could, we had a poster with notes that people could detach to keep the web address and show their friends. We took thousands of banknotes and made murals on city streets with $1 trillion wallpaper. We even made the world's first billboards out of real money. Overnight, trillions of dollars of Zimbabwean notes achieved what they'd never been able to buy: real and meaningful advertising coverage. Within hours, we were in the national press. And a couple of days later, the campaign was on national television and radio. And then the internet discovered it, and it spread across the world. Soon we were on the New York Times site, Yahoo News, the Huffington Post, and hundreds of websites and blogs. As the campaign continues, sales of the Zimbabwean continue to soar. In the week of the rollout alone, the website logged over 2 million hits. More copies of the Zimbabwean than ever are crossing the border into Zimbabwe. We use Mugabe's own creation against him.